So earlier, I almost had my best Title Tuesday ever. Yeah, earlier, if I won my last game, I would have finished with 8.5 out of 11. Instead, I lost. I finished with 7.5. But I finished higher than Magnus and Fabiano, who I think both withdrew before the last round. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to play them. But I did upset, let's see, upset a few Grandmasters. Okay, chess.com is detecting my stream, looks like.
Eric, what is your song of the summer?
Song of the summer. That's not something I've thought about. Might have to get back to you on that one. So the score this morning was 7.5 out of 11. We can see my games here. I had a nice streak. I beat Chris Yu, who I think mouse slipped, gave me the win. Beat Shimanov, decently strong grandmaster. And I gained rating. So current blitz rating is 2755. I think I'll play at least one warm-up game. Try and stay awake. It is getting late for me. By the time Title Tuesday finishes, it will be Wednesday. I'll play this line. B4. Pretty sure I can take this. White's trying to be aggressive. White's being very aggressive. Okay. New position for me. I have A5. 97 might be a decent move. It looks a little bit unstable because like my knight is pinned, but I think this is all fine. Knights defend each other. I have this move, which basically forces a trade of bishops. White takes this, I take that. Otherwise this happens. D3 might be coming. Do I want to play D3? I think I do. If takes. I'm already up a pawn. I have H5 here if I want to go super crazy. Which again, I think I do. Just want to attack. H4, H3, maybe someday checkmate on G2. Why is he in Germany? Yeah, I took a train from Switzerland and somehow I wound up in Berlin. It's a nice city though. Having some good food. So I have A5 here, which... Yeah, let's play A5. A5 takes some Queen B5. Okay, let's go for this. Queen B5 right away. So I don't mind the queen trade. Like if takes, we probably trade. White has Queen G5 there. C5, wow. It's getting weird. Queen takes G7. Maybe I just castle there. Welcome back to Most Deadly Cowl. Going, happy 2 years. I think I definitely want to take the knight and then H4. Now Queen F3. So close to mating. If I play H3, there's F3. So I think this is the way to go. I play Queen F3 first, preventing Pawn F3. Now I'm threatening this in checkmate. How does White defend? If Pawn takes Pawn, I take with Rook, and then Rook G4 is unstoppable. If queen takes d3, h3, queen d7, king f8. And I don't think white has any resources. Welcome back to Andrew. How's it going? Good to see you. This is the first game of the stream. I'm gonna try and stay awake for the next, I guess, 2.5 hours. Might be slightly difficult. But at least this is a good start. Gaining some more rating, probably. And this might be forced mate already. Like if white wants to somehow prolong the game, and the best line might be like take some queen e4 or something. Ah, queen b7. So white wants to take on... Okay, so I'll play... Wait a minute. h3? Queen b7. Maybe I just play rook d8. Not fool around. If white takes, then I, of course, take.
Finally worked out how to sub on mobile. Well done in Switzerland, Eric.
Oh, thank you. EBR power. Yeah, not quite force mate. Guess I might have to resort to winning on time. Oh no, my castling rights. I'm zagging a rook. It wouldn't let me pre-move king h8. Okay. Pretty smooth game. Yeah, this d4 line is something I've adopted maybe over the last few weeks. The idea is black delays knight f6. Most people play bishop g2, and there's an idea to, in this position, rather than playing this, black can play this, and then put the knight on f5. Kind of a cool line. The knight stands well, reinforcing the pawn. And then there's cases where black plays h5, h4 in the middle game. Welcome back, Blunder Boy.
Have you tried tea with the herb Melissa?
No. Is that the start of a joke, or is that like a real thing? I'm not familiar with
the
herb Melissa. Oh, is it a real thing? Melissa is lemon balm. Interesting. I'm not playing a tournament in Berlin. I'm just passing through. Be going to Norway relatively soon. We do have the upcoming command. Playing the Lewis Chess Legends tournament in Trondheim, starting August 6th. Yeah, it seems like there's a decent chess culture in Berlin. It was the host city of the candidates a few years back. What other countries are you visiting? Norway. Norway, and then eventually I'll go home. I'm up to 2762. Let's do one more warm-up game. If I can find... Here we go. Play. Okay. Playing International Master from Poland. Play e4. Have a Caro-Kann. I really need to brush up on this exchange Caro. But it's basically a London. I'll play this line knight f3. Knight d2. So the point of going into this, it looks very dry, but the point is queen e1. And then knight e5 can come quickly. And if this move, I think knight h4. There's still f4 ideas. Very often white can get like some quick attack in this line. Like h3, g4, knight takes g6. Want the rook on e1. Black's going for the minority attack. It might be worth playing b4. Although, I'll play a3 first and then like a5, b4. But black might stick a knight on c4, but then I can do my own thing. Rook e1. Maybe eventually queen h4 and knight g5. Now the pawn is fixed on b5. Black wants to use the c-file. So, what to do? Knight f3. I could bring my knight to c5 as well. Yeah, maybe this is the way to go. Rather than trying to attack on the king side. Which maybe like I can still do later. h4, h5. But I like the idea of this. Maybe this first. Play this first. Now there's rook a6. If rook c6, I play rook a7. If this, I take and fork. That's a move. Okay, go after the pawn. Oh, thank you, TK, for the bits. Again, I do appreciate all the positive energy. The opponent wants to ruin my fun. I could take with bishop. Takes. Actually, why not? Takes and then takes. I hit the queen. The knight will come back. C-pawn save. Knight comes in. Just offer a queen trade. Oh, I missed this move. I saw this move earlier in other like possible lines. Okay. Opponent misses it too. Now life should be very good. May the forks be with me. Now invade. There's 94. E5 should hang. I just have to watch my time. And black's knight. The knight is going to try and get a revenge fork. Oh, okay, it's a fork, but it leads to trades. Knight e2, king f2, I lose a pawn, I win a pawn. Yeah, now the plan's to double up. I might just be winning g7 here. I don't know if black can stop this threat. I guess there is check here. Yeah. But then I have rook here. There's this move. Oh, life goes on. Okay, but life goes on in a nice way. Turning into a time scramble. King g8's the only move.
Good to see you, Eric. Thank you for sharing your games during the summer.
My pleasure. Doesn't threaten anything. What am I doing? Oh, I lost on time. Oh, I got way too comfortable. Oops. I got way too comfortable. Okay, at least that wasn't a part of the tournament. What to do? I lost some rating. Lost 10 points there.
Hello,
It
Barry.
happens. You John Tap, happy 9 months. Welcome back. Ilyas is back. Yeah, I'm getting tired. If anyone can guess what I'm drinking, I'll be very impressed. It's not tea. Actually, I don't even know what I'm drinking. I forget the name of it. I can describe it. I don't think it's something you can really find in the US.
How come you lost more rating than opponent gained despite the fact he is higher rated?
I don't know. We probably broke like the laws of physics. So what is the law? Like is it the law of thermodynamics? Matter cannot be created or destroyed. I think ratings can be created and destroyed. There's like a hidden, what do we call it? Hidden value attached to each rating, which determines one's rating's volatility. So it's basically like how much the rating will go up and down after a win or loss. And I think if you don't play for an extended period of time, then the rating volatility will go up. At least that's the case on Lichess. Also, if you're a new player, then the rating will be more volatile. And then as you play more games, then it becomes less volatile. So we may have had like different levels of volatility, if that makes sense. Yeah, also known as a K factor. In FIDE, there's different K factors depending like what your rating is, how old you are. An earthquake just happened. Did anyone just feel an earthquake? I didn't feel any shaking, so it's probably slightly far away. So I'm drinking. It's something you can find in I think just a lot of supermarkets in Switzerland and in Germany, which I found out earlier. It's like a water. It's basically water infused with the essence of orange. It's not sweet, but it's like slightly citrusy. It's nice. It makes the water more exciting. So, if you're just joining, today, or this stream will feature the second Title Tuesday of today. I played the one earlier. Did pretty well, gained some rating, despite just losing rating in this last game. And what seed am I? Losing my ability to like talk properly. Am I within the top 100? Oh, I am. I'm 67 seed out of 339 players. Have you visited any sightseeing attractions in Berlin? I visited like a few Vietnamese restaurants. Maybe not the most like popular sightseeing attractions, but had some really good food. Haven't had any bratwurst. Actually, really haven't had any German food, but had really good Asian food. Quail Mizi said I had some of the best Thai food of my life in Switzerland. There are like a few really good Thai restaurants in Biel. Very authentic too. Had some good pad Thai and curry and glass noodle salad. What do you think about Berlin? It's nice. Seems like very diverse, very walkable. Good weather so far. Oh, Guillermo has a question. Hey, I've been playing for 1 year from not knowing any basics to 1,000 elo. Nice. That's a pretty good accomplishment. But I feel stuck. I feel like I need to start knowing the theory of chess. Oh, hey, it's John Bartholomew. How's it going, John? Good timing. Title Tuesday is about to start. Shout out to John. If you're just joining, yeah, TT is about to start.
Hello from
I was also
South
about to answer a
Dakota.
question. Hello to Andy. How's it going? So the basic premise of the question was, can you give me advice to improve? Or how I can start
Thanks
reading
for
theory.
all of the great content, Eric.
There's a YouTube video series from John Bartholomew. It's called Climbing the Rating Ladder. I think it's several years old, but it has some like very good fundamentals. I think targeted for players maybe around 1000 elo, but also a broad range of players. Definitely a great resource. There's also the Chess Network, I think, beginner to master playlist. Very instructional videos.
Hey, Eric.
Hello to Chimpany. Okay, sorry I can't elaborate more on my answer, but it's time to play the first game. Oh, accidental Caro-Kann. I don't play the Caro-Kann. Oh no, I wanted to play a Sicilian. Oh, what would Levy do? Probably c5? I I looked at this on Chessly like once. Like when I was first like trying out Chessly, I was playing around with like how to learn openings, and this was the first thing it was trying to teach me. I didn't finish it. Okay, bishop f5 looks normal. I have no idea what the theory is here. Knight h6. I feel like a fish in jello, trying to swim around in my footing. A5, c3. Yeah, white's gonna hold on to the pawn. I have queen a5. Queen a5 might be playable. Looks wrong, but maybe. Ugh. Okay, maybe e6. And yeah. Okay, let's play e6. Knight b5. Knight b5 is not possible right now. Knight's pinned. Just scared of potential tactics. There might actually be bishop d3 on d4. Yeah, now it looks... Oh no, there's knight a4. Wait, queen c5, knight a4, queen d4. I think that's playable. Takes. c3. I think that's playable. Calculation is this and then this. And if takes c3, I have queen d3 or queen c4. The opponent wants to hurt me. I have rook c8. I am beginning to understand why Levy likes the Caro-Kann. Like, it is a very dynamic position. He likes dynamic chess. I have a6. If knight d6, I take, and knight d4. I think. Trying to calculate bishop e3. But bishop e3, I take, we trade queens, I win the pawn. If queen e5, e7, I have to take. The king is decently safe here. Queen e5, maybe f6. Yeah, here we just trade, I win the pawn. Attacking these things. It's turning out to be okay. Oh, did I drop some frames? Realizing I dropped some frames. Let's go for this. I could win g2, but starting by attacking the bishop. And then if bishop c5, I have b6. Really looking to build up pressure in c2. Oh, whoop. One wants to fork me. That would have been uncomfortable. Now everything's defended. Knight defends g7. And trade. Oh! Forgot about the in-between move. 5, e5, bishop e3. It's not so simple. I guess I'll go, wait a minute. I move faster too. I'm not playing this well. 7 is hanging. Still probably pushing for a win. Up a pawn still. Rook g1 probably coming. Okay, so this is a fork. Attacking the bishop and rook. And if I can win the bishop, then my rooks will again be pressuring c2. I probably could have just taken on c2 there. This is working out. Okay. Accidental Caro-Kann for the win. That might be the first time I played the Caro-Kann in Title Tuesday. Intending to play the Sicilian, but mouse slipping. And the great thing about that is this game will make the database. So when players prepare for me in like future over-the-board events, they'll see that I recently played the Caro-Kann, and they might just prepare the wrong opening. I am aware that bishop f5 is like the main line. There is some reason why c5 is dubious at the highest levels. It might be... It's like some eventual like a3, b4. It might be after knight f3. Engine probably knows. Knight f3, bishop g4. C3 and then b4. Okay, no more Caro-Kann until the next time I mouse slip. But maybe I should play it more. Undefeated this year with a Caro-Kann.
When is the next speed run?
Hopefully soon. Hopefully... Yeah, I'm hoping to find time to record the next episode tomorrow or the next day. The only thing is I have to figure out what to do with my most recent episode or my most recent game in the speedrun, which led to me getting my rating refunded. And I honestly, like, I'm having some inner dilemma. Like, do I remove it from the record? Do I just leave it as is? I did lose my first game of the speedrun, but then my rating subsequently got refunded because the player got banned. I mean, the weird thing is, like, in the game I lost, I didn't think my opponent was cheating. And there were a few days where the opponent's account was still active, like, after I played that opponent. I was very close to, like, defending them, but then... Yeah, I think they were trying to do it in, like, a smart way. See a lot of people saying it should not count, which I probably lean towards. Anyway, next game starting now. I'm gonna stick with e4 for the most part. E4 is the opening I studied the most during the recent turn-in in Beal. Maybe at some point I'll throw in a London. Pretty sure there's like e5, queen b4. Bishop g4, wow. Knight d5 comes to mind. Also bishop g5. I'm gonna play knight d5. Very aggressive move, trying to set up these ideas. I am allowing this. Knight b6, rook b8. Active play here. Trying to figure out if I have a threat. Like bishop takes f6. Definitely an idea in the position. Bishop f6. Not sure if it leads to much. Castle. I don't want to overthink things if I don't see anything super concrete. Try and keep improving, keep building up the pressure. Maybe at some point go for e5. Probably time to take now. There's a line e5. Oh no, e5 drops. E5 is interesting. Let's go for e5. That move I forgot about. At least I have queen a4. Trying to defend. Yeah, this is actually still interesting. I do have knight d4. I could take. Maybe he takes first. Knight d4 takes. Bishop moves. Takes. Take first. The queen is pinned. Black has a bishop pair. I'll have better pawn structure. Rook d8. Probably should not have allowed. I do have d7. c4, b5. 6, bishop e6. Okay. Try and plant the knight on f5. Let's see e4. e4, then maybe h3. Maybe rook e1. Rook e1 actually looks nice. I might play h3 sooner rather than later. King c2. Conceding the h file. Might just be a draw. Oh, it might be worse. Ay. I'm down a pawn now. Got a lot of time. Still fighting. Back. Back. Terrifying. I'm playing for a win. Probably just a draw, but never know. Okay. Ah. A draw. And then I can't triangulate. Ah, it's a draw. Okay. To do. It's actually a tricky moment there. If I take the bishop, I lose. We go way back. Like here, takes, white's in Zugzwang. Well-known Zugzwang position. If I take the pawn, it's a draw. Go back. I mean, it was a draw for probably a long time. I was worse at some point. I was also probably much better in the opening. But how much better? Bishop g4. Oh, interesting. Queen b4 is the top move. I'm pretty sure after e5, queen b4 is a move. Yeah, there's a whole like chess mood course on this exact line. And these lines are like generally very fun to play for white. Was I ever like much better? Yeah, around here. Yeah, I lost a D pawn, which was kind of unfortunate. Okay. Go. Oh, I forgot to put the heart rate monitor on. Thanks for reminding me. Probably after this game or during this game. My watch on. The watch was charging for the last couple hours. Okay, I'll play Cambridge Springs. How about? Okay, we have a real Cambridge Springs. Knight d2, bishop b4. This is a safe line. What's the line here? I think c5. Might lead to a lot of trades. Actually, don't know what to do here. Maybe just castle. I'm not sure if I want to take on c3 or c5. I'll take on c5, keeping the bishop pair. Actually, kind of gambiting. Like, white could maybe get away with taking the pawn. Yeah, maybe I should not have allowed this. Huh. It's interesting, though. Well, white doesn't snag the pawn. 6. I mean, one issue for white is that they're not really controlling d4 so well. Like, d4 is already a threat for me. Also allow knight c4, maybe. Takes. Knight b3. Knight b3 is coming. Putting the bishop back. I guess knight b5 is coming. I didn't handle this so well. Knight's going to plant itself on d4. Or not. Okay, let's start with bishop g4 too. Start with a6. I'm playing a little bit too slowly. Knight d4. G4, queen c2. Queen b1. I really just want to attack now. Maybe setting up this move. And h3. Ideally, I want the bishop on b8 and then checkmate on h2. A dream world. Imagine the knight will come to e4 soon. I'm keeping the isolated pawn because I have two bishops against two knights. Queen slides over, g2 is a threat. I have rook c8 next. Kind of annoying. I probably have to play bishop f5. Oh, the trade. e3 is weak. Dark squares are potentially weak too. Knight d4, I have queen e5. It's getting crazy. c4, b5. Okay, well, this is good. Knight b3, I have queen e5. Yeah, this is really good. Okay. Oh, it took work. Yeah, kind of long, imbalanced fight. Might have taken on d5. I didn't see the tactic here. Apparently rook d8. I guess it's just really bad after g6. Not g5, but g6. And bishop f5 coming. Okay. Yeah, I had the IQP for a long time. And things turned around, I guess around here. White never really recovered. Knight pinned. So, 2.5 out of 3. Half point behind Magnus. A lot of perfect scores. Tied for top 50. Tied with Danya. Also drew a game. Next round starting now. Okay, playing Grandmaster. Back to emote only mode. Okay. Just sticking with Exchange Caro. Thank you, Chess Zombie. Honestly, forget the line here. It's something with 92 or knight of 3. Maybe 92 first. I had something like this earlier in Title Tuesday. E5 might be coming. Queen b3 attacking d5. I could castle. I have no idea what to do here. Probably knight c2. Doesn't feel right. Knight c2. e5 I can play against IQP. I might concede the bishop pair. But I don't mind the trade of minor pieces. I have good control over d4. Might see this move. Two. There's bishop f5. Takes. Go for it. Generally, when you're playing against an IQP, you want to trade minor pieces. Black wants to just destroy me. That's probably a really good move. Takes. Take both bishops and queen c2 or queen b3 maybe. It's so easy to get forked though. Take your first? Scary. 3. Choose hanging. I have to play queen c1. Ugly move. If I moved here, here, or here, everything gets forked. b3. Rook e2 is a threat, but okay, we might trade. Actually, interesting line. Rook e2 takes, rook b1. Queen has to stay pinning the knight. I win the pawn, I lose this pawn. That's probably bad for me. I'm actually wondering about queen b1 in that line. Also probably not good. Oh, what to do? Phone's taking time. I just don't see how I recover from being down a pawn here. You have a4, rook e7. Take. Queen e3 maybe. Rook e1. I think I should go for this. Maybe focus in the center, eventually on the king side. Slightly weakening move. I do give my king room. I'm dreaming of like rook e7, knight e6. Probably queen f4. Probably have to start launching an attack on the king side. The knight is well placed on d4, even though it's pinned. Bring the queen trade. Queen e3, rook e8. That's a really annoying move. Going after the C pawn. Oh, G2 falls. Maybe still fighting. Maybe. Oh, yeah. It's not looking good now. What to do? Yeah, I was under pressure. Position maybe was close to holdable. B3, yeah. I think I played B3 too quickly. Spent 9 seconds there. Apparently rookie 1 holds things together. And then, yeah, after this move, I won back the pawn. The problem was G2 hangs. Nice sequence from black. Never fully recovered. Okay, well played to my opponent. Let's turn off emote only. We're officially on a break. I have the same score I had earlier going into the first break of the tournament. 2.5 out of 4. I need to check this Queen C7 line. I played a bunch of games against Levy way back when in the Speed Chess Championship match. I mean, Knight A3 is one of the moves. I guess there's no reason to do anything other than Knight C2 here. Just be a bit more flexible. Yeah, this kind of shows a fact that's a little bit rusty with any sort of knowledge about this line. Knight C2 keeps the options open of like how to develop the king side. F6. Yeah, there's a lot of nuances with like making sure this bishop can't develop. And then when black plays e6, then yeah, white can continue. Okay. I've never won Title Tuesday before. Maybe someday. It's not easy. A lot of strong players. No game is easy. I was close earlier to my highest score ever. Almost had 8.5 if I won my last game. Finished with 7.5. So we see the leaders here. A lot of the people tied for first, including Arjun Ergaisi. Goes by this name. Dominguez in the crowd. Whoa, Ray Robson. Spicy Caterpillar. Haven't seen that name in Title Tuesday in a while. On 3.5 out of 4. You have a coach. I was getting some lessons from Grandmaster Avati Grigorian. He was super generous with his time, and even during Beal, like he was giving some feedback during my games and some guidance with like, what to look at in the openings. I think it helped. We were working more together leading up to Madrid. Madrid was one of my best tournaments in recent memory. Yeah, Avatik is one of the founders, if not the like main founder of Chess Mood. Very nice guy. Have I learned any German? 9. Although I think I remember some of the names of the pieces. Springer, Loifa, is Loifa Bishop? Boa, Koenig, Dama? It's been a while. I had one German lesson with Kugelbuch, one of the German chess streamers. Can you please tell us your take on the top 3 best individual chess players at the moment? Who are the top 3? Magnus, Hikaru, Fabiano? I think that's a fitting top 3. I forget who number 4 is. Is number 4 Arjun? Right now I'm curious. 2700 chess. Oh, number 4 is Arjun. And then Nepo, Gukesh, Wei. Ding is number 15. Hans is up to number 27 in the world. What happened to Shaq? Oh, Shakriar Mamadiara. He's number 17 in the world. Rated 2733. Yeah, the website is 2700chess.com to see the live ratings. Okay, next game. Here we go. I'm getting a little bit tired, but keep it going. E4. I have a French. I'll play the Schlechter. Oh, E5 so soon. What is this? Takes, we trade queens. Bishop is hit. I'm not prepared for this. Bishop G5 looks interesting. There's Bishop E7. Let's try Bishop G5. I was thinking if H6 I take. If this I have Knight C3. There's still this lingering tension in the center. I leave the tension, castle, E4. Probably not. Play G3. G3 looks wrong. Maybe it's playable? 3? I'm regretting having played the Schlechter. I need to study this more. I could play Knight G3. I'm down about a minute already. At least I've developed all my minor pieces. I've yet to castle, but that'll come soon. I'm actually wondering if E4 was possible. Now can I take? Probably not. H4 is interesting. And maybe just Bishop E3. And black's a little bit clunky with their development as well. Take with queen, there's Bishop C5, so I'll take with bishop. Some initiative for black. e2 first. They take first. Knight c4 is coming. Have to take. The black has a bishop pair, but I have the knight pair. The bishop pair is probably more valuable in this position. What to do? Maybe rook c1. Pairing c4. I have a feeling this is probably going to be a draw, but you never know. Lots of things are still possible. Our black's still probably better. I think I just want all my pawns on light squares. Thinking knight e3. It's actually good that black's pawns are fixed on dark squares. If I can trade knight for light squared bishop, then like maybe there's even chances to play for a win. Easier said than done, though. That's a good move. Enforce g4. Okay, now, like knight d5. I'm probably playing for a win now. Pawns are kind of getting fixed up. Knight can hop around. Expecting bishop somewhere. These squares. If this, I think I'm in very good shape. Wow. My king will get to e4. Actually debating whether to take with this pawn. I think I just take this way. Oh, my king doesn't get to e4. Ooh, what's happening? a4? This move? Is black gonna play this and get mated? No. Or I'm fighting. Might just be a draw. Play for a win? Play for a win. Risky. Risk might pay off. Not paying off. Oh, I hung a queen. That was like the worst square for the queen. Please, queen, please, 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 please. Oh, I'm so sad. So sad. I fought for a win. It's so close. Was it winning? Engine says white slightly better. Probably just means it's a draw. King e6 best move. But then bishop c3. Ah, king f5. Interesting. I didn't even consider this. Oh, it's so sad though. I overpushed. Yeah, there's actually like some chances here for white. If I win this pawn and then have two passers. How does black draw? Black will... Yeah, black will probably eventually force a trade. Yeah, I was so close to having the stalemate trap too. But they were cognizant. I burned so much time in the opening. What am I supposed to do against this early e5? Castle. Wait, castling? Allow my bishop to get trapped? What is this? Power? e4, knight g3. Oh, wow, that's cool. This is something that you don't really know unless you've seen it before. Allowing the bishop to get trapped. But after rook e1, bishop e7, knight f5, white wins back the piece and has a good position. That's cool. I lost a game, but I learned an opening lesson. I'm 2.5 out of 5. Next round starting soon. One game going. This should finish somewhat soon. White is gradually making progress. Okay. Let's try and rebound. I'm trying to avoid the tilt. Although if I'm black, maybe I'll play a Stafford. Oh, I'm playing Dmitry Gurevich. This is my former coach. Oh, this will be fun. Back to... Dmitry likes to play d4, so we'll probably get a Queen's Gambit or Caro-Kann type thing. Yeah, Dmitry helped me get from like 1600 to 2400. Coached me between the ages of early teens to late teens. Okay, let's play this sign. Bishop d6 sign. If castling, there's bishop h2. I played Dmitry at least once before in Title Tuesday. I forget how the game went. This is still some sort of prep. Yeah, with h takes g3, the knight stands very well on g4. There's no h3. f3 is very hard to play. You're very close to having this. There's not f4 though. Maybe I start with knight c7. We might see bishop f5. I'm thinking knight e6. f3 could be coming. f3 weakens g3. f3 might be possible here, though. See any tactics? Actually, my queen is a little bit out of place. g4 is a monster threat. I have to play g5. I'm in trouble, actually. I have knight, no, knight g5 doesn't work because knight f4. Yeah, this is ugly to play this. At least this supports h4. I don't think I'm even losing a pawn here. It's just my h-pawns get very weak. Probably eventually lose a pawn. Rook h1 is coming. I have like b5, rook h1, b4. Five doesn't work. c5 too. Let's start with this. Trying to get something on the queen side. Knight g1 is coming. Take knight g1. Take rook b8. Rook b8 here. And this is exactly Dmitry's style, like very positional, prophylactic play. Hopefully create some counter chances. I think I should take this. Rook c3, we trade rook b6. Might be enough counterplay. That move I didn't see, but thankfully I have the check. Probably this might be possible. Let's go for this. I allow the fork, but then rook b1. Thinking rook a2. Might actually fizzle to a draw. That's kind of like a draw offer, it seems like. This move, maybe. But rook f6, I play this. He has rook h2. Super tricky. You can't take with rook. Actually, really interesting. Rook is stuck on the first rank. Wants to mate me. Now I'm winning g2. I'm winning? Might be winning. Oh, how I won this. Wow. Somehow my king slipped away. There's a very interesting situation where, like, white was kind of paralyzed. Like here. Okay, the knight can move, but this rook is stuck guarding the first rank. And this rook is stuck guarding g2. And this rook also takes away the Luft square for the king, so one reason why rook c6 is not possible. Yeah, I think it probably was a draw, like somehow. Like if white takes here, then I would play this. And then I would be forced to get perpetual. But did white have anything better? Also, that was round 6. Okay, so 2 more rounds until another break. Yeah, I was worse for a long time this game. And the opening just went terribly wrong, or the middle game went wrong. Queen g5 just put my queen on a bad square. I remember when I was 1600, I had my first lesson with Dmitry, and he told me my biggest weakness was just putting my pieces on like bad squares. Like when I was rated 1600, I would be very, very passive. I would win games because my opponents would blunder. But positionally, I really had no understanding. I feel like this game, some of my previous weaknesses came out, misplacing my queen. The h5 is another resource here, which probably a better approach. So there's a few more games until next round. Gasky wins. This game should be over soon. White's going for the mating attack. Okay. This is a draw sometimes. Go. Question about the next speedrun episode will hopefully be coming soon. I did take a break from it. I had a classical tournament recently. I have one more recap to post, and then it'll be speedrun time. Okay, I'm playing the Scotch opening that I played in Beal. Although this is a slightly different line. This is an interesting line. Knight e4 takes, and bishop e3. So yeah, white can gambit a pawn, but have the bishop pair in an open position. I prepared this very extensively a few days ago. See how much I can remember. Knight e6 is one move. I'm pretty sure bishop d3. Queen h5 is another move. I forget if it's queen h5 or bishop d3. I think it's bishop d3. Bishop a6 is the idea. Could play queen e2. I would like to allow that though. Going for queen h5. I was thinking bishop a6, I might have c4. There's another resource f4, f5 in the position. Queen a5 possible. Probably just castle first. Black can't castle because checkmate. Okay. Considering f4. e4 also comes to mind. Allowing en passant. I'd be happy that if the a file opens. Okay, black wants to castle. I just realized my opponent's name is Fishchuk. A blend of Fisher and Ivanchuk. Let me try and focus here. 5. Bishop e4. That worked. Let's go for this. Queen b2. I really need to make Luft ASAP. Queen b2 is still possible. I take. I think I'm going for it. It probably doesn't work, but gotta try. Bishop h6 is some idea. Mine with queen f7. Here's rook f8. And b6. Here. What's happening? Some hope? Queen is tied down to defending this. 7's coming. Hmm. Oh, I won on time. Oh man, that was a stressful finish. Okay, 4.5 out of 7. We'll take it. I mean, the last couple of games have been very shaky. Somehow getting the job done. How much fish would a Fishchuk chuck if a Fishchuk could chuck fish? Oh dear. It's getting late, but thanks for keeping me awake. I might play Magnus. What? Is Magnus having a really bad tournament? No. I'm very far away from playing Magnus. Unfortunately. Magnus is perfect. Yeah, it's going to take some more winning to play up. How is the bishop defended at the end? Oh, if takes the bishop, it's checkmate. The rook was tied down to the covering h5. I didn't have time to say, oh no, my bishop. Yeah, super tricky position. All these mating ideas against the king. The black was covering everything. What are you doing in Germany? I'm playing Title Tuesday. I'm also having some good Vietnamese food. I'm in Berlin. It's kind of a stopping point between tournaments. Be going to Norway in a few days. It's slightly past my bedtime, so I'm doing my best to stay awake. There are 4 more rounds. I'm tied for a top 100. I'm 101 on, oh wait, 93 on tiebreaks. Okay, here we go. Back to emote only mode. On the next break, I can maybe do some more Q&A. Sometimes it's hard between rounds. Whoa, it's knight b3 with 5,000 bits. Thanks so much. That helps keep me awake. Okay, let's play a new opening. Oh, wait a minute. Bishop c5? Or bishop f4? I wanted to play a new opening weapon. Can I still do it? I actually don't know if I can still do it. Let's try it. I don't think it works as well, though. I'm just going to castle. Bishop d6. I feel like I can try and punish white for being slow. Wondering about c5 here, too. I'll play bishop d6. Yeah, thanks so much, knight b3. Appreciate that. We have a kind of typical Carlsbad structure here. I don't think c5 really works at all. So go for a different plan. Maybe the plan with 94. Or maybe just c6. Solid, probably a5, 96. Wow, g4. So white wants to castle queenside. Maybe. 94's coming. Getting spicy. It seemed like a very solid opening for both sides. But with white committing to g4, anything can happen now. Take with a rook or pawn. Viable. Takes with pawn 95. Five. I should take with a rook. Having 95 and then f6. I have to be really careful here. Go back. And g5 is a interesting move. I'm trying to make sense of h5. Probably not bishop h3. Also thinking g6 doesn't work. The problem is h5, g6. Sure. To do. 6. Burning way too much time. I just don't know what to do. Really bad how much time I burned. I just froze up. Oh, that mates me? Just mates me. Ah, yay. Oh, so sad. Well played. I don't think I realized like how dangerous g5 is. We have the g5 emotes. What am I supposed to do here? Maybe it's just bad for black. And slow with counterplay. One initial thought was g6, allow takes, and try and get bishop f5. I can't do it right away because queen f5. See what the engine says. Engine just chills. Plays g6. Wait, what? The one in g6 takes. Ah, and then queen f6. Yeah, sometimes moments like this in blitz games, like you just have to see that you're fine and go for it quickly. In this case, it's actually fine for black, yeah, because bishop f5 comes. Okay. Well, not as good as earlier. It is still possible to tie my score from earlier, though, if I finish as strong as possible. Yeah, this pawn looks scary, but in some cases it helps shield the king. Okay, let's watch Magnus. Playing Firouzja. Firouzja has 1.7 seconds left. Magnus with more time and more pawns. A tricky position, maybe calculating this move. Doesn't play it. Ooh, but this is a threat. Magnus going for checkmate. Firouzja defends. Okay. Magnus cleaning up. Queens are traded. Ooh, it's still not over though. Rook d2. What's happening? Is it gonna be a draw? It's a draw. Wow. Firouzja is so tricky. He should have been dead losing. Queen e5 looks so natural too. But it blunders away the game. It blunders into a draw. That's crazy. Any other move for black that doesn't get mated. Yeah, I played Firouzja a few days ago in the title arena. And I also had a completely winning position, and he tricked me in some crazy way in a rook ending, and we drew. Now I don't feel as bad. I'm doing the same thing to Magnus. So we have another break. That was round 8. Well, maybe some game's still going this round. Whole game's still going. Who's playing for a win? Oh, White's playing for a win. Ouch. That's rough. Games like this make me feel less bad about all my sorrows in life. Any meetups planned in Trondheim? How many people watching are going to be in Trondheim? I'm planning to play the Blitz side event. They're having, what are they calling it? The Berserker Blitz. I think it's on the rest day of the classical. So, I mean, I'll definitely be around during the event. I'll be playing the main event, the Blitz. So, if you're there and you see me, feel free to say hi. Oh, Blunder Boy will be there. Nice. Yeah, on Twitch and YouTube, I can check the country stats of like how many viewers watch from specific countries. I don't think I can check city stats though. I feel like that would be useful to check like how many viewers there are in Berlin or Trondheim. I think there was at least 1 or 2 that said they live in Trondheim. I do not live in Toronto, in case you were wondering. Oh, thanks for clarifying. I was wondering a lot. Toronto's a nice city though. I was there. I only there once. I think I was only there once for the chess.com event. I was in Montreal a couple times. I think there were a few questions earlier about like if I'm watching Olympics and what sports I'm watching. I haven't been following so closely. I saw some swimming yesterday, saw some badminton, some hockey. Maybe someday we'll see chess in the Olympics. Played your first brilliant move earlier. Oh, congratulations. I just realized my heart rate is 60. Probably means I'm tired. I think my highest heart rate like ever on stream was over 170. which seems very far away where I'm at right now. I'm curious if I've had any brilliant moves so far. I don't usually do the game review. How do I do it? Click into a game review. Okay. Go brilliant move hunting. One brilliant move from my opponent. But how do I see it? If I click on it, bishop takes c4 was brilliant. Ah, preparing d5. Capturing while sacrificing. Right idea. Oh, what about this game? How do I do it? Wait. Game review. No brilliant moves. 4 great moves. Rook d2 is great. What could be a chess player decathlon? Didn't Hikaru do a decathlon? Or maybe like half a decathlon? I think there was supposed to be a duck chess tournament, a part of it, but I don't think it ever happened. But probably a bunch of the popular variants. Crazy House, Bug House, Atomic Chess, Chess 960. Okay, next game. The e4. I have another French. I want to play. What do I want to play? Okay, let's try this opening again. At least I'm prepared for that e5 line. Queen b6. Another new line, which I probably should be prepared for. Imagine knight c3. Queen b2, rook b1. Yeah, this is a venomous opening if white's like well prepared. I have knight a4. Knight a4, queen a5, c3. I take. I'm not seeing much here. I might just take on c5 and try and milk a small advantage. I mean, the small edge lies in the fact that my bishop's developed. Black's isn't. e5 might be coming. I still play queen d3 and control the d file.
In Rosen ambulance.
Someone call an ambulance. And not for this game. It's pretty peaceful so far. No one's gotten hurt. And black should still be a bit uncomfortable. I'm controlling the only open file, both my rooks. e4 is probably coming. Maybe just knight e4? Six. 6 is now weak. f4. Black's a little bit stuck. f4 is a positional move. I'm trying to fix black's pawns on light squares. 5 is a plan. e5, g3. Having bishop d7, take, king f6, rook a7, rook a8. Probably want my king on e3. And then this is getting to look like a threat. I play bishop a4. Simply trying to reroute. There's bishop e7. I'm probably just losing now. Oh, I lost on time. Position's losing. Ah, what to do? I was pressing. Yeah, it got weird around here. I didn't play king d2 because rook c8. Ah, I have rook c6. Does this work? I'm almost trapping the bishop, but it could have been an interesting line. Then walk the king to b2. Engine says black has to sack. Ah, what to do? Oh, thank you, Ken Penn, who subbed with the ambulance. Yeah, someone call an ambulance after that game. Ran out of time, ran out of position. Go queen b6. Oh, queen d4. Maybe I should have played. A bit more sense. Yeah, it was better for like most of this game. I just a little bit. Probably burned a bit too much time. Okay. Well, now I'm trying to do some damage control. Heart rate is in the 50s. If I'm black, I'll go for Stafford. We've reached that time of day. Hopefully. Stafford Gambit time. Wait, did I say 30 minutes of ads? I meant 30 seconds. That's like the lowest amount you can set in the Twitch settings. Okay, we're watching one of the final games. Oh, between Magnus and Jigalko. Wow, Jigalko's... Oh, Jigalko's up pawns, but down a rook. Magnus should win. Checkity check. Not so simple. Rooks are pinned. Okay, it should be winning now. Yeah. Jigalko's still playing. Praying that he had no pawns, but that's not reality. I'm definitely feeling the tiredness and fatigue. 2 more games. 2 more games, right? I think. 2 more games going on this round. This could be a long one. If white wins, like the pawns could potentially get traded. We could see rook versus knight for a long time. Oh, okay, 15 move roll. So 2 more games going. This could be a long one. Where do you on move 100? How do they show the first name and surname? Yeah, this is kind of unique to Title Tuesday, that they're now showing players' real names, which is why we see other characters here that we don't usually see. Yeah, it's true that you can't play Title Tuesday from an anonymous account. Okay. Stafford Gambit time? Yeah, we have D4. It's probably Joe Bava London time for my opponent. Playing this line. This is actually a fun counter to Joe Bava London. Queen D5. I know after Queen D4, E5 is a move. Queen D5. We'll have E5. Queen A5 is also a move. I'm gonna go for this. I'm just trying to accelerate development. I might lose a pawn, but hopefully it works out. Yeah, there's a funny line. Bishop G7, Queen A5 check. If Queen D2, like if Queen D2, I take on F2. If that, I take and then I win the queen. I lose a rook. Should be completely winning, I imagine. Material. That still takes work, I guess. E2. I have F6 and Queen G8. Yeah, no messing around here. I may have had some checks to win C2 and B2, but this looks pretty good. Actually, B2 was defended by the bishop. I guess I take the bishop, knight e5. Now I have queen for rook and pawn. F5. Just trying to get the rook in play. Rook here, I probably just take. It's weird having my queen on h8. But I'm up a queen. At some point, the queen will come out of hibernation. I can choose what to take. Whichever piece is taken, I save the other one. F-file's pretty busy here. Now, save the knight. I like the prospect of coming back to g6. And there's f5. Okay, the queen has woken up. I just want to simplify. F5. Uno my pawn. It takes patience to win this. Oh, I didn't blunder my queen. Going back to the opening. It's a nice line against Joe London, this knight d7 move. Just avoiding the queen trade, preparing e5. Yeah, knight d7, it's relatively rare It's actually a move I discovered after getting Eroditsky's Jobava London course and realizing this move is not covered in the course. And if we look in this position, it's actually one of the top engine moves, depending what depth you run the engine with. I think it's one of the hardest moves for white to meet. A lot of players will allow e5 and then so many cases where you get an f5 eventually. Queen d5. Oh, e5 was not a good move because bishop c4. Ooh. So black should play e6. Lose a pawn, win back this pawn. Okay. Bishop c4 is not played. I was worse here. Wow. So here, like when I played this move, I thought I was in decent shape because there's all these lines where I threaten bishop f2. But if white just moves the king, I guess I'm losing things and not winning things. But yeah, in this position, there's a lot of ways for white to blunder. All the natural ways to block the check just are pretty bad. This, and this all walk into bishop takes f2. Question about queen a5 after queen d5. I considered it, yeah. I wanted to recapture on c5 with the bishop. This would lead into probably some liquidation. Black's doing fine here. Okay, so one more game. I'm getting pretty tired. But hopefully I can finish strong. I'll probably be white next. Debating e4 or d4. What do people want to see? Which opening should I play as white? I don't usually take requests, like opening requests for Title Tuesday, but maybe I will for the next game. My score earlier was 7.5. Being fun if they meet c5 with e. Oh, and Joe Bava. Yeah, I usually take and play bishop g4. And if they go into this line, yeah, black can play actively. It's a bit misplaced here. Okay, emo only mode. I play Joe Bava London. Okay, Joe Bava London. I'll play the opening my opponent just played. See if I can play it better. A6, yeah. I don't know the theory so well. I assume we do Joe Bava things. E4. C6 is a little bit irritating. Maybe I'm supposed to take bishop d3. I know there's plans where white goes for some trade and then e4. Not sure if this is one of those cases. I feel like I'm committed though. Not the most like aggressive Joe Bava London. Black has a pretty solid position. Rook b1. Wow, queen e2, queen takes c3. Guess I have this move. I'm going to see black try and take on e4. Pawn takes e4, I have rook e1. Knight takes e4, different story. Okay, I see a way for me to win back the pawn. If f5, I take on a6. I don't think b2 is capturable. Although maybe it is in this position. Wait a minute. Takes on b2. Okay, not happening. Be queen c3. Oh, what to do? There's f3. Actually, no, I'll play b3. Queen c3, I have f3. Be doing okay here now. As long as black doesn't get in like e3 and f4, I don't think it's possible, because if e3, I play f4 myself. a3. Kind of forgot about that move. Rook to e8's coming. And the 3-result game. Queen a3, I take, and then queen d7. Rook's winning. Try to attack e6. Oh no, my pawn. Wow. It's a draw. Is it always a draw? Felt like I was very close to winning. Engine says rook d8. Hard move to play. Well, that's the tournament for me. Go Bava London needs to draw. Congratulations, Magnus Carlsen. Wow, Magnus and Fabiano, number 1 and 2. Almost as if they're some of the top players in the world. Oh, Fabiano's in clear second, 9.5. Chris Yu is still playing. Watch Chris Yu. Wait, what? Oh, this is not part of the tournament, though. Right? Ah, he finished with 8 out of 11, but it says he's playing because he started a game after the tournament. The tournament should be over, like, soon. Okay, tournament's over. Congrats to Magnus. Congrats Fabiano, Bugar, Rasulov. So, still making sound. Let's exit this. Okay. I'm gonna wrap things up. I'm really tired. It's time to get some sleep.